Grand afternoon and bright blessings to all of my pedal patrons. I'm coming to you at about 12:15 and some change here Central Standard Time on the 22nd of September. We're still in the energy of that new moon in Libra, but we do know that yesterday, mid-morning, the moon shifted into Scorpio. So there's a lot of tension-filled energy in the air today. If you didn't do new moon manifestation or declarations or prayers or whatever it is that you needed to do, please make sure that you get them done today prior to midnight, technically, because tomorrow on the 23rd, we will officially be in Scorpio season. But if you're feeling all kinds of wonky, if you're feeling like there's a shift, like you can't necessarily get grounded, that is because we are in that position of things getting ready to shift into that season. We had at 5:23 this morning, Neptune moved back into Pisces. So that is adding to the water energy, this fluid requirement for things to pop up and shift and change. And the main things have still been in the alignment from the other maps that I've shown you. We still have the Grand Cross energy that will still be in place tomorrow. We still have this big kite formation with the perfect trines between the water signs and the air signs. But that Grand Cross and the Yod that is still pointing up to Libra at the 29th degree tomorrow changes into Scorpio at the zero degree, which puts us into effect the actual Scorpio season. So if you're feeling out of place today, you're not alone. Give yourself the opportunity. Scorpio moon on its own, regardless of all the seasonal changes and everything else, is very intense because as a fixed sign, which means we need it to be like this, Scorpio is all about change. And so the cardinal signs are in agreement with fostering the energy of the change that comes in, and then Scorpio is just going to do its real big one. So with those water sign trines that we have going on today, a lot of emotional circumstances are popping up for people. There's a lot of crunchy conversations that are taking place right now. So do your very best to keep your vibe as high as you possibly can. But sometimes you got to tell somebody what to, how, for, and to step off. And so if that is what you need to do to run that energy through your body, then do what you need to do. But let's go through the map and each of the astral signs for today. Again, tomorrow it's going to be basically the same frequency. There's going to be two things only that really shift sort of what takes place, and that's going to be the conjunction between Mercury and Mars separately having their own kissy face conjunction with that new moon in Scorpio. That's tomorrow. And then again, the Yod goes from 29 degrees of Libra tomorrow, pointing to the 0 degree with the Scorpio energy. So intense couple of days for sure. But get those new moon wishes planted in today while you still have the benefit of that 29th degree, final degree of what's going on within the Libra energy. Let's bring up the map and run through each of the signs. Here we go. All right, here's the chart. You see this red box that's right there? That is the Cardinal Grand Cross. The cardinal signs, again, bring in the energy and they want it to hurry up and foster. And so we have the Pluto in Aquarius, which is at its season point, getting ready for all these changes to take place. We still have all the grand trines between all of the air signs and the water signs, which create the kite. Been there, done that, said that. The Yod, 29 degrees of Libra. Get your manifestation on if you haven't already done it. Tomorrow it changes to the 0 degree of the sun in Scorpio. Super intense energy for these next couple of days. This is why we've been talking about making sure that you're addressing any of the emotional things that are popping up, so that even if it's inches, little by little, you're addressing what needs to come up and out of your body so that you can handle that emotion, that electric motion, right, through your system. You might have your collective poop in a group, but other people may not, and conversation could be very spicy. Now tomorrow, the only thing that's going to change that comes in, like I said, besides the Yod, is that the Mercury and the Mars separately are going to have their individual quincunxes with the moon. So they like individually. So communication tomorrow could be very, very intense, but intensity doesn't have to equate towards negativity. It doesn't have to be. It just depends on you being prepared for it. Now, technically, when the moon moves into Sagittarius on Thursday, Friday, the energy will be a little bit more calm, which is what I was saying the other day. It does progressively get better. But when you know that shifts and changes are coming, you take advantage of that. You sort of see where things are going. You know what I'm saying? So today's 5 Universal Energy Day is all about the change. Effectively at 11:53 p.m. is when the official sun moves into Scorpio. So we're in that in-between phase where some people are between houses, and this is where the crunchy energy is feeling for most of us. That will station. And so I'm going to focus on where the crunchy could be today as you're shifting through frequencies. Long form content for Scorpio season will be back on the YT channel. You will be able to go to Peony Lore at the YT, the red button app, and you will be able to see each of the individual zodiacs for the entire season of Scorpio season. Perfect astrology mixed with the tarot. I call it tarology, and you'll be able to sort of get a little bit more of an input. So make sure that you are liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting below, and then go hang out over at the YT so you can get longer format, and then maybe that'll help you see some things that are going on in a different way. Having said that, here we go. The individual shifting of energy today, Aries. Yours is very much feeling as though you want to be able to say something, but you're sort of nervous, could be. And the more nervous energy that you feel about it is creating more energy nervousness for you as a potential. Your ruler is in here though, having all of these other positive conversations, but right here with that North Node. So it's like, do it anyway, okay? Have the communication, get yourself over the hump. Make sure that you're saying what you need to say today, so that will help you get out of your head. And then I'd go to sleep a little bit early tonight for you. Taurus, yours also could be a little bit more heady, even though you have Mama Venus still supporting what's going on in Libreville with your sister Libra. The thing for Taurus right now is the fact that you have your energy is sort of split between what's going on here in the 4th and the 5th, like I said. So you're split energy. You know that something needs to be done, and you're just sort of antsy about trying to get it done. It'll be okay. Just chill, okay? Now, if you are a Gemini today, you probably, in my opinion, have one of the highest opportunities to manifest if you haven't already done so, or put things into place. This Uranus energy that you have in your sign is going to be one of the major critical things that shows up in tomorrow's alignment, and it has been very busy for you anyway, but use your energy wisely. Use that emotion to push what it is that you need, and you are in the power position. So both Cancers and Leos, okay, both have a shift where it comes to action that needs to be taken today. Cancers, yours is doing it very gently and slowly. Leo could be a little bit more intense because you're waiting for something final to take place. You guys are just going to have to hang out. Virgos, you guys just need to chill today. A lot of things are in place for you. You can't grasp it any faster than it's going to be moving forward. So if I could give all Virgos a day off today, that's what I would be doing. Now, Libras, you are definitely going to have a good day today because there is not only new action, but new emotional things that are going to be showing up in positive direction for you. Scorpios, you guys are like moto coming out of the water. You're like sort of ready to like make things take place. Use today's energy to make sure that you're gathering in the rest of the information that you need so that you can hit the ground running. Sagittarius, you're gonna be feeling a little bit emotional. Use that emotion. It comes back into play for you Thursday and Friday when the moon goes into your sign. Get through whatever it is that has been stressing you out a little teeny tiny bit. That big square that we had with the Jupiter in Cancer yesterday put you in that mood. It is okay. It gets better tomorrow. Now, Aquarius, you are dodging a bullet today. If you can just also keep calm, focus on the long term, but something is going to need to shift in that decision making for you. So just give yourself an opportunity. Capricornius, also the same sort of a situation, but to a different degree. Just make sure you're understanding both sides of the conversation before you make any formal decisions. And then if you are a Pisces, this is going to be one of those days where you're excited about motion moving forward, especially since Neptune moved back into your sign today. But today's not the day to press the buttons. Tomorrow will be a better day to press the buttons. So if you're feeling any of those weirdnesses, you're in the right place. And as always, may you receive everything you need, want, desire, and find the beauty in all things.